Hey everyone, went ahead, this is my second video, and I'm going to go ahead and make a how-to show you actually how it's done to make your own nitro fuel for your RC truck or glow plug engines. This works for boats, planes, helicopters, trucks, anything with a glow plug engine. Here was the piece of paper I showed in the first video, which all the ratios of nitro you can mix. Today we're going to make 30%, so that's what we're going to try to make today. A couple things you're going to need is castor oil, is the actual oil that lubricates the engine. You will need some castor oil. A couple measuring cups. Make sure that the measuring cups read ounces. If you see here, that's all ounces there. Everything is done in ounces, so you have to do it in ounces. A funnel is good to have, so keep your funnel on hand. You will need nitromethane. This is my nitromethane. It's in its purest form, so just regular nitromethane. You're going to need an empty 1 gallon jug to mix everything in, so that's what you're going to need. And then the other component you will need is methanol. A large percent of the fuel is made with methanol, so I mean nitro is just a small portion of what goes in there. Methanol is, I would say, at least 60 to 70% of the actual mixture. A lot of people have been asking me, well, is my truck still running good? You know, does it have any issues out of my truck or anything else? This is my truck right here. You can see here it has 3.3 Traxxas engine on it. I haven't had one issue out of this motor. I mean, every once in a while I break, an axle or something like that in it, but other than that, the motor runs great. There's no problems with the motor whatsoever. So that's how I know the mixture works good. So I've seen a lot of false information out there, so I just thought I'd make a how-to video to show you exactly how to do it. And we'll kind of go from there. Alright, well, we're going to get started here. You have a couple different ratios that I've written down. You have 20%, 10%, but today we were mixing 30% because that's what I run in my truck. We're going to start off with oil because it's just a little bit easier. It washes everything back into there, kind of gets all the oil out of the funnel whenever you start putting the nitro and everything else. But you got 8% oil is what we're going to be mixing up, so it's 0.08 times 128 equals 10.24 ounces of oil. So anytime I refer to 128 is 128 ounces in 1 US gallon, so we always refer to 128 because all your numbers that are on this side should equal out at the end to 128. So 8% oil is going to be 10.24 ounces, so that's what we're going to mix up. And right here is the castor oil all mixed up. As you can see here, it is around 10.24 ounces of oil, and that's what we would be dumping into our 1 gallon container. Alright, I got my oil dumping in there. The castor oil is pretty thick, so you might as well just leave your cup upside down and try to get as much of the oil out of it as possible. But you can see it's in there. Next thing we're going to be mixing up is the actual nitro. Like I said, you're going to need your measuring cups and everything else. And if you look right here on the piece of paper, you're going to do 30% nitro. So we're going to need, the mathematical equation for it will be 0.30 times 128 equals 38.40 ounces of nitro. So that's what we'll actually be mixing up next is the nitro. So we're going to be mixing 38.40 ounces of nitro. So that'll be the next thing we do. Instead of you sitting here watching me pour it out, I'll go ahead and pour it in there and then show you the part after that. Alright, I got the nitro in the mixing cups, so if you look here, I have pretty much 10 ounces in this mixing cup. And then right here we have 28 ounces. So that a little bit above 28 ounces, which will give us our 38.40 ounces of nitro, and then we'll go ahead and mix that into our mixing container. So you just mix it up, dump it in there with the oil. And right there, you got your mixture all together. It's all in the container. Made a little bit of a mess, so. All right, everything's in here now. Go ahead and get your funnel out of there. Put it in there. If you look closely at this jug, it's pretty much separated. There's the castor oil and then the actual nitro. So it does not like to mix. So it's going to take a good shake. So you just take the 1 gallon container and you shake it up so it kind of dissolves all that. So shake it around real good. And if you see it actually gets kind of discolored, it does take a little bit to get that actual castor oil to dissolve into the actual nitro. So while that's sitting there doing that, the next thing we'll actually be doing is the actual methanol. And if you look, it is actually 62% methanol. So we'll 0.62 times 128 equals 79.36 of methanol. So 79.36 ounces of methanol is what you're going to have to mix together. So that'll be the next thing we mix. So I'll go ahead and dump it into the actual mixing cups, and then I'll get back with you and show you the end result of it, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you. All right, so I went ahead and mixed all my methanol into my mixing cups. Actually, I'm gonna have to dump these in there and actually mix some more because it actually ain't enough there. So, and if you see, after I've shaken it up, it's still kind of separated, but once you get all the mixture together, it'll actually work a lot better. Start mixing it up real good. So just dump all this in there. And I'll go ahead and refill my measuring cups till I get it the actual 79.36 ounces of methanol. So while I'm pouring it out, I won't make you sit there and watch it. So you get ahead and get it poured out, and then we'll go from there. All right, I finished mixing my 79.36 ounces of methanol in there. So as you can see, I mean, after shaking it up real good, there is no separation in it whatsoever. So you actually have 1 gallon of homebrew for your RC truck. Usually I'd let it like set for a little bit to make sure everything dissolves in there real good. The castor oil's completely, dissolved in there to lubricate the motor on your RC truck real good. But I'm gonna go ahead and dump some of this on my RC truck and let you guys watch it run, just so you guys know that it actually works. So this is the 1 gallon of homebrew that I just made, 30% nitro. So we'll kind of go from there. All right. As you can see, the tank is completely empty on this truck. There's no fuel in this thing at all. There's no fuel whatsoever. So just so some of these non-believers be like, oh, well, maybe you already had some fuel in there or something like that. Go ahead and top the tank off with it. And I ran this thing out of gas yesterday, so it might take me a second to get it primed up. that's it. Just to show you that it does run. I mean, there's nothing wrong. You can actually see the smoke coming out of it. So it's being well lubricated. So if anybody has any questions or comments, you can go ahead and leave it down there in the comments, and I'll get to them as quick as possible. And if you like the video, please leave a like. Thank you.